And welcome, 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 Rumble fans. Away we go. It's time for another one of our tag team duo Royal Rumble opportunities. That one team is going to chance to move themselves on to our final Rumble of the year, and they will get a chance to maybe crown themselves the ultimate champ. We haven't really come up with what they would crown themselves as, have we? Like, I was just thinking about that. We haven't really come up with like this great term for it. I don't know. Anyway, episode number 5, and away we go. If you have not already hit the subscription button on the YouTube, please do so. It helps me out. Maybe a like or a comment or something on the video always makes you feel good too. All right, looks like we start out today with Juventud Guerrera. Now, remember who Juventud used to air Hoovy? Remember him back in the WCW days? Anyway, he and Rey Mysterio used to be a part of the Filthy Animals, and they had, at one point, won Tag Team Gold. So that lucky or unlucky number 1, we'll find out what it does here for Hoovy, and if it is able to help the Filthy Animals get to a win here this evening. All right, who's going to be lucky or unlucky number 2? We shall see. We've had a lot of upsets happen in this, and I think we know who this guy is, don't we? Part of the Young Bucks. And Nick Jackson coming in. So Nick Jackson and Air Hoovy. That was kind of an interesting camera view there, wasn't it? They're going to start off here in our tag team duos Royal Rumble. Now, I talked about this early in the season, but if you missed some of those early videos, let me just reiterate. Soon we're going to change things up a little bit in our tag team duos Royal Rumble. Now, we know a lot of the gentlemen we have seen are obviously tag teams. Well, we need to start getting into the duos portion of this tag team duo Royal Rumble. And you're probably wondering, what in the heck does that mean? You're going to find out, because we're going to change things up. We're going to throw you a big old curve when you're looking for the fastball on 3 and 2. That'll be coming up here before you know it as we get through our tag team duos Royal Rumble. But this is a pretty good start here with a high fly, a couple of high flyers that can get going, right? Nick Jackson and Juventud Guerrera. What is Hoovy doing? Sometimes you'll see guys in these Rumble spots just randomly climb the rope and try to get the crowd excited. You don't think, I was going to say, we're not going to see an elimination already. We're barely into this. Now, each competitor will come in every 60 seconds. So we did change that up a little bit, but everything is random. We have not selected where anybody's going to go or anything like that. So this should be very interesting, as that is a great Hurricane Rana from the top rope from Mr. Air Hoovy, who is taking it to Nick Jackson to get started. Now Nick says, be quiet. Be quiet there, announcer guy. And he takes Air Hoovy right down. We should have another, I was going to say, we should be getting to another competitor to hop in this Royal Rumble. And let's see who number 3 will be coming down to the ring. It will be Rey Mysterio Jr. Well, normally I would say what a great advantage for the Filthy Animals, but anybody that has been a fan of WWE 2k23 knows that, well, something we thought was going to be fixed this year, it didn't get fixed. And that's where you could set up tag teams where they wouldn't fight each other. Remember the first couple of weeks? That was a big deal. Promos were everywhere and content creators were going nuts. Hey, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. And then nothing ever happened, and it doesn't work. So normally I would say, boy, 2 members of the Filthy Animals, this could be a huge advantage, but as you saw right when he got in, Ray went right after Hoovy, so apparently there's zero advantage here. As Jackson with a nice snap suplex down, Mysterio coming, though, to go get Nick Jackson now, and he's going to try to drive him into the mat, and he does face first, and then Hoovy with the drop kick. Sorry, that was a pause for still disappointing about that. Still very disappointing about that, to be honest. All right, so Arn Anderson coming in now. And, oh, a member of, okay, I remember this. I just saw the tights there, and it brought it right to me, but we know who this is. This would be a member of the Brain Busters. The Brain Busters is who Arn Anderson is representing in this Rumble. So did we see him as a Four Horseman? I'm trying to remember back. That was like, I think, episode 1. I know we had Ric Flair in episode 1, but did Flair and Mongo, were they members of the Four Horsemen? I can't remember. I'll have to go back and watch. Oh no, Herr Hoovy, you have been grounded. And Arn Anderson going after Nick Jackson here. Arn's got the power, but he can't quite get Jackson over. How about that, though? Hoovy out of here. And the Filthy Animals, just like that, have one competitor left here with Mysterio, who misses a drop kick badly. All right, here's our next competitor at number 5. This is Chris Jericho. Now, Jericho has been a part of some tag teams back in the day, but this one we put together with Chris Benoit. And Jericho and Benoit, remember, won tag gold back in the day. They were very, wow, look how big Jericho looks to Mysterio. That might not be totally accurate. I mean, I know Ray doesn't have a lot of height, but it looked to me like Jericho was like 7 anyway. Mysterio, look at this. He's kind of cleaned house a little bit here as Anderson comes back at him. Boy, that was a matchup you never saw back in the day. Whoa! Whoa, Nick Jackson. Goodness. Rey Mysterio just sends Nick Jackson a packing as Mysterio and Arn Anderson. Whoa, nice move there by Mysterio's. Jericho comes over now. He's going to flip Mysterio up, and he's going to flip Mysterio down. Wow, that was a huge elimination of Jackson, though, wasn't it? As Jericho gets dropped on the top rope. Here comes Crash Holly. Now, Crash Holly, it was one of my favorite tag teams from back in the day because it just didn't make much sense. But we have hooked Crash Holly up this Rumble. Hardcore Holly up with Crash Holly. See, I went ahead in there. I just messed it all up. But anyway, we got the Hollies that are going to be together. Crash and Hardcore Holly will get a chance, or it should be interesting. Let's just put it that way, okay? Well, you'll see what I'm talking about when the other Holly makes his way in. They were part of the Holly Cousins from WWE. Pretty good little stable there with Crash Holly and Hardcore Holly, and then I think there was Molly Holly, right? Wasn't there a Molly Holly that was also involved? I'm pretty sure that was like a manager or something as well. Anyway, so it should be good. It should be good. Crash Holly, the first one out here. We should see Hardcore Holly later on. Well, here comes Randy Orton, and this is the Randy Orton from 2002, a younger Randy Orton, let's just say. And remember Randy Orton back then. And what was interesting, I think, with these guys, and I remember remember when we had some young second generation wrestlers that were coming in, and we were just trying to see, okay, could they be as good as their dads were? And we had some really good guys that came in, including who's going to be Randy Orton's partner, and that is Ted DiBiase Jr. Do you remember who that was all a part of? Yes, indeed. Legacy, or The Legacy, from back then. So it'll be those two that'll be together here in this Royal Rumble opportunity. As Arn Anderson, boy, he is having some issues. Now he finally gets up. Rey Mysterio, this could be a big-time upset. Can Rey take Arn out of here? I don't know if he can lift him up here, can he? He might need some help. Yeah, couldn't get it done. Oh, and there's his partner. Tully Blanchard, part of the Brain Busters. Normally, this would be a really, really good spot here for the Brain Busters. The problem is they're not going to work cohesive enough. But maybe, just maybe, this will work out. We'll see. Anyway, both members of the Brain Busters currently in this ring as Jericho picks up Blanchard. Oh, Tully with a big left hand there. A big left hand. Now Jericho working over here on Holly as Tully, there goes Tully and Arn right after each other here. Not great news. Oh, and it's a double team and a double DDT. Well, for some reason, down went one of the partners as, this isn't great news. This is really not good news for Arn Anderson here, as Randy Orton really working him over. Whoa, and Holly just kind of a shoulder tackle there of Orton. Jericho and Holly, and now they switched partners up here as this is Orton and Jericho. Here comes Ted DiBiase Jr., who I was just talking about earlier, part of the legacy. Now, DiBiase and Orton, along with Cody Rhodes, a very, very fun trio back in the day, and see ya. Well, there went that conversation starter, didn't it? That was super fast. We didn't get a chance to talk much about him. Ted DiBiase Jr. heading to the showers. So now it's only Randy Orton, part of the legacy that is left here, looking for this tag team duos championship. There'll be one winner in this Rumble. There's 30 gentlemen that are making their way into the Rumble today. One winner, and he and his tag team will move on to the championship round. Here's a double team on Holly as Randy Orton and Tully Blanchard got that one done. Tully now with some big left hands right on Randy, who just helped him with that double suplex. Here comes Christopher Daniels now. Now Daniels we put together with another outstanding wrestler, and that was AJ Styles. And those two won tag team gold back in the day as well. We tried to find guys that had tagged with each other and at least won something. And I remember that those two came up with a tag team championship. Was that Rey Mysterio? That was Rey Mysterio. Goodbye, Rey, and goodbye, Tully Blanchard. My goodness. Things changed really quickly in here, didn't they? Anyway, back talking a little bit about Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles. Remember, they won the NWA World Tag Team Champion. Easy for me to say. NWA. Let's try to enunciate a little bit there. They won the NWA World Tag Team Championships. And if I remember right, didn't they win it a couple of times? I feel like they did. So he will be the partner of the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, who will be coming out at some point during this Rumble. As contestant number 11 is out. And this is Steven Richards. And you're probably saying, Steven Richards? What? He looks a little different. Yes, he does, as Randy Orton was just eliminated. But Steven Richards, along with Bull Buchanan, were part of Right to Censor. Remember, they changed the Godfather to the Good Father? Unfortunately, I looked around and I couldn't find a good father in Community Creations anywhere. So we put Bull Buchanan and Steven Richards together. And I tried to find him with the white shirt. Remember that? They had the white button-up shirt and they wore tie. I could not find Val Venus was in there too. Val Venus was also in Right to Censor. There was that was a time that they tried to bring out a stable that was tired of all the graphic stuff, and I think it was kind of a shot at some other advocates that were going after the WWE at that time. But anyway, boy, Crash Holly having himself a decent Rumble here as him and Arn Anderson get together. Oh, here comes AJ Styles. Here we go. AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels. They are a tag team. Let's hope they don't work against each other. Although, whoa, look at that. Anderson and Jericho were slung to the corner at the same time. And speaking of slung, Chris Jericho, that's not going to be a good weekend starter for you, sir. A shot down low as Holly right now and Daniels getting together. I'm interested in this matchup right here, though. Styles and Arn Anderson, as Styles gives Anderson a big-time elbow. And AJ's working over Arn pretty well. Now a big punch on Richards, who no-sells it. Steven Richards stands right up and says, hey, how are you? Now Arn thrown over in the corner, and he is gassed. So is Jericho. Jericho and Arn Anderson both gassed. in respective corners as Steven Richards is out of here. See ya. You have been censored. Goodbye. Did we just have another elimination too? Almost. AJ Styles was slung out as Matt Jackson now of the Young Bucks has made his way down. Arn and AJ over in the corner. They've been going at it here for a few minutes. As Jackson going after Jericho and Daniels and Holly are getting together. Holly taken against the ropes and a big drop kick there by Christopher Daniels. Now Jackson goes after Christopher Daniels. Ooh, big elbow. Big elbow. Saves himself for a second. And there is, I don't know what that move was called, but Christopher Daniels getting after it right now after Jackson. Uh-oh. Oh, the stomp to the abs. That makes getting out of bed in the morning not as easy as the morning before as Holly gets thrown over the top rope. He's out of here. Crash Holly gone. Arn Anderson cleaning up a little bit right now as Jericho and Anderson get together. Uh-oh. Spoke too soon. Bye, Arn. You're welcome. Oh, and it's time. You want to talk about a guy at the end of his WCW run who was hotter than fire. Diamond Dallas Page, DDP, is out now. And we matched Diamond Dallas Page together with somebody who, it was a brief tag team when they were together, but I thought it was a really good tag team when they were together. And Chris Kanyon, he will be Diamond Dallas Page's tag team partner here during this Rumble today, as AJ Styles in a whole lot of trouble. DDP trying to send AJ out of here. Nope, just slides under the bottom. Just slides under the bottom there. So DDP and Kanyon will be together here for this Rumble sake as Diamond Dallas Page going after Jericho now. Ooh, there's a nice stomp for the knee. And now AJ Styles has, oh, DDP dropped on his melon. He's going to go recover under the bottom rope over there as Styles now in some trouble with Matt Jackson. Here comes The Miz. Now, The Miz, this was a pretty easy one, who we wanted to put The Miz up with. In my opinion, it was an easy one, but I had to put him up with John Morrison because I thought when Morrison and Miz were together, they were a really, and I know there's some other ones that you could have put together with The Miz, but I thought Morrison and The Miz was one of his best tag teams, and I know they won tag team gold in the WWE. As Chris Jericho's length has, well, it's over. Jericho had been out there for quite a while, and Chris Jericho is heading back to the showers. As, boy, AJ Styles was in some trouble there as Miz and Jackson trying to get rid of him, and AJ's fighting them both off. AJ Styles going after Matt Jackson here. Christopher Daniels has nobody to get together with. I'd just go over there in the corner and, well, never mind. I'd go over there in the corner and take a little break, and AJ's in some trouble as here comes Taz. Now, Taz was an interesting one to try to figure out who we wanted to put Taz together with, because I thought there was many different possibilities to put them together with, but I thought the best one, I just had to go with this one. But Taz's partner is going to be in this Rumble Spike Dudley. Spike Dudley and Taz, because to me that was a 100%, those two were together? Absolutely they were. Absolutely they were, and one tag gold, as well as Christopher Daniels is gone. AJ Styles is gone. Oh my goodness. Tag team partners in this Rumble are out of here. Styles and Daniels back to back are gone. As Taz and Matt Jackson are hooked up, DDP gets to his feet, as does The Miz. And here comes Hardcore Holly. Well, we saw his cousin in here earlier as a member of the Holly Cousins. Unfortunately, though, Crash Holly, he's already out of here. So it's kind of up to what Hardcore Holly can do to see if the Holly Cousins can wrestle in the final. As Matt Jackson and The Miz hook up. Taz rolling to the bottom. Taz has not had a good entrance into this Rumble yet, has he? He kind of got in and was already on his backside. Taz really hoping that he gets a little help here from Spike Dudley, although I don't know how much help Spike will give Taz, but, you know, maybe he'll help him out again. Who knows? Maybe he'll give it a shot. But he and Spike Dudley won WWF Championship Gold, and I want to say that was in the early 2000s. They were not ECW bound at that point. As Holly in trouble, DDP with some big rights, and Holly's out of here. Diamond Dallas Page with some ferocious right hands, and he sends Holly out of here. And now he plants one on Matt Jackson. As into the match now, this is Kenny Omega. Now, this was a pretty easy one for me here on who we were going to put together with Omega. I don't know how you couldn't put him together with Adam Page, obviously. So Kenny Omega and Adam Page will be a tag team here in our tag team duos Royal Rumble. Boy, oh boy, how about though losing Styles and Daniels back to back? Now, we've lost some tag teams in this tournament so far, but wow, back to back like that? That I've never seen. Here's Taz and The Miz. Whoa, Taz with a big boot on The Miz. Now Taz and DDP here on the edge. This could be trouble for Diamond Dallas Page. This could be a lot of trouble. Goodbye, DDP. Taz sends him out just as his partner, Chris Kanyon, making his way out to the ring. How disappointing. Kanyon, of course, and DDP tagged up. Wow, look at The Miz putting Taz out with a sleeper hold right now. Oh, well, he was. Big time neck breaker there from Taz. Yes, Kenny Omega now coming over. He wants to get him a piece of The Miz. Tosses him hard into the corner. Taz also, oh, Kanyon went high and missed him. He went high with like a big knee or something and came up empty. As oh my, Taz and Kanyon, and Chris Kanyon floors him with the ginormous. Can we go with ginormous or gigantic? How about both? Huge boot to the face though by who's better than Kanyon. Now Chris is kind of just taking his time, as I don't know what The Miz is doing over here in the corner. He was trying to eliminate Kenny Omega, and it was not working. Number 20 is Adam Page. So Adam Page and Kenny Omega in the ring at the same time. And that is interesting, as we've had this happen before during this Royal Rumble. It just hasn't worked out. Oh, Chris Kanyon. No, Miz. Oh, my. Chris Kanyon and The Miz. Wow, I don't know what it has been about this series, but we have had some of the fastest eliminations I have seen. And I've watched some other Royal Rumbles, obviously, on YouTube and Twitch and whatnot. Oh, see ya. Oh, my gosh. But we have had just some of the craziest, quickest eliminations I think I've ever seen, as Page is out of there. My gosh, Adam Page gone. We're down to just 3, and we're late in this Rumble. We are very late in this Rumble, as it is John Morrison now to come to the ring. And Morrison will head out. There's just 3 left here, folks. Do we have a slight problem? We might have a slight problem here. Let me check something. Yeah, we do. This has happened to me a couple of times. Thankfully, we can fix this right during mid-match. I don't know why, but for some reason, I am either not smart enough to set it up where I can just watch the Rumble beforehand, but I did it again. And you know what? I don't feel like editing it out. You guys get to watch my mess up. I think, what did I say? This is number 5, and I think I've done it 3 times now in this series. For some reason, my controller gets set up that it wants to make me one of the wrestlers, and, well, now you know. All right, so a big power slam coming as Omega goes down. I love Morrison. Did Morrison not have some of the best trunks or whatnot from back in the day? Whoa, John Morrison got picked up and planted. He got planted there by Matt Jackson. You want to talk about some vibrant colors? He had them. Here's Taz going over in the corner. Then he gets met by Matt Jackson, who, by the way, Jackson's been out here for a while. This is Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, of course, tag team partner with Chris Jericho. He comes out and a good suplex there. Now he'll go after Taz. But Benoit and Jericho won tag team gold as well as the Crippler going after Taz. And we got a little trouble over here to the left side too. John Morrison is about to send... Ooh, I thought Kenny Omega was in big trouble. I thought Kenny Omega was in a whole lot of trouble at that point, but did not. Got a nice move there. Here's a snap suplex now. And whoa, and Jackson missed it. He was going for a flip there and try to, hit him with a splash, and it did not happen. As Chris Benoit now hooked up with Matt Jackson. Benoit, I don't know if what was that, a glitch in the Matrix? He tried to reverse something, and it did not reverse. That much I can tell you. This is Big E, and of course we know who Big E's a part of, don't we? The New Day. Now the question is, which New Day member will be with the Big E? Should I make you guys wait? Maybe I will. Maybe I will make you guys wait on that one. That'll be the surprise of this Rumble. Well, I mean, we don't know who's coming in. I don't let you guys know beforehand unless I tell you tag team partners. It just doesn't seem like it would make a whole... I guess maybe we could do that for the next Rumble. As soon as somebody makes it in, we'd try to figure out... Whoa! Bye, Chris. Chris Benoit sent out. Taz is sent out. Man, like I said, it just feels like in these Rumbles, at least for me, we'll go a little while with no eliminations, no eliminations, no eliminations. Boom, elimination, elimination. Because Taz and Benoit just went flying out of there. And there's a nice matchup over on the far side as Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega together. Oh, what a DDT by Morrison. And here comes the big guy. One of the funniest impersonations. You remember when they had come back? And this is when the NWO came back to the WWE and The Rock saw him in the back in the locker room. It was one of the funniest impersonations I remember ever. But The Rock had met them. He's talking, making fun of Hogan, made fun of Scott Hall, and then he called Kevin Nash. Big Diesel, and he went. You can look it up. Trust me, it's funny. Anyway, Diesel is into this Rumble. Diesel was, God, what Royal... Wow, he missed on 3 right hands in a row there on Big E. What Royal Rumble was that? He came out, somewhere toward the middle-ish, and he just eliminated after elimination after elimination. I think he eliminated 6 or 7 in a row. It was absolutely stunning. But Diesel is out here in this Rumble. We'll tell you who his partner is when he comes out. Well, I guess we don't need to now, do we? It's Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels and Diesel. What the heck? Look at this on the bottom. Oh, my goodness. Diesel is planted. And there's an elimination. Who was that? It wasn't Morrison. Was that Omega? No, who went out on that far side? It was Jackson. It was Matt Jackson. I didn't even see it. I'm looking over here to the right at the action, and Jackson, who had been in there for a while, got taken out as Michaels is working over his partner. These guys were 2 dudes with attitudes. That was their tag team when they won WWF Tag Team Championship Gold. As Diesel sent over the top. Oh, he's gone! What an upset! John Morrison maybe pulls the upset of the Rumble, as Diesel hadn't been in there that long, and Morrison, well, he drop kicks him out as Ken Shamrock comes in. Now, The question will be, who is Shamrock? Who is Shamrock paired with? I'll make you wait on that one as well. Big E working over Omega here. Going to send him into the corner. And now he goes after Shawn Michaels. Big E's gone after numerous different opponents. I've kind of kept an eye on him since he came out into this Rumble. He's kind of found his way against different opponents. Shawn Michaels sends him into the corner as Omega going after Shawn here. This could be some trouble for Shawn. Wait a minute. Oh, he reversed it. Shawn with a big reversal as Omega and Shamrock are together. Now Morrison goes after Ken Shamrock, and what's John doing? Oh, did he miss the elbow or make the elbow? I don't know, but Big E just got rid of Michaels. And here comes Ken Shamrock's partner. Oh, yes, indeed. You know who that is. That's the Big Boss Man. But back then, he was known as the Boss Man when they were in the corporation together. Shamrock and Boss Man won tag team gold as Omega. I see him making his way into the locker room. He's been eliminated. Morrison sends Big E down. We're drawing to the end of this Rumble, too, by the way, and 2 members of the corporation are out. They're right here in the ring at the same time. Big Boss Man and Ken, and they're going to tie up now as Boss Man sends Shamrock. Then they run into each other. Boss Man kind of shrugs him off, hits him with a DDT. Where was Morrison aiming on that? Nowhereville, population Boss Man? What was that? Well, we're down to another competitor as we make our way to the end of this Royal Rumble. Morrison going after Boss Man, drops the leg. Here comes Lil Spike Dudley. He was a tag team champion in the WWE with Taz. Taz has since been eliminated, obviously, so Spike has got to bring the torch if those two want to make it to the final. Boss Man kind of circling his... Well, there's 2 or 3 guys right here he could go after. He's going after, of course, his partner, because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Big E going after Spike over in the corner. Wow. Oh, Dudley. Some big shots there from Big E over in that top left corner. Morrison is down under the ropes. Now he's back up. Boss Man and Shamrock are going toe-to-toe. And Boss Man dropped a couple of tough knees down low on Mr. Ken. Now, Boss Man had Morrison picked up, but John's going to get out with a couple of vicious elbows. Big E and Spike over there in the corner working on each other as we hit another competitor. And there you go. Big E's tag team partner. You already know who he is now. It's Kofi Kingston. And how about this? 2 tag teams are now in at the same time. Shamrock and Boss Man, Big E and Kofi. Then you got Spike and Morrison out. Kofi, what are you doing? See, again, a random opportunity for somebody to go to the top rope and get the crowd excited for no reason. Super strange why that sometimes happens in this Rumble. Ooh, Spike Dudley going after Boss Man. We're down to 1 competitor remaining. And I don't know, have we gotten yet to a final 8 where all competitors have been out? I don't think we have. Spike's going after Big E. This could be a huge elimination. It is! Spike Dudley takes out Big E, and then Kofi with a huge drop kick on Spike. There's Kofi with a nice arm drag takedown over there of Boss Man. Here's our last competitor. Do you know who he is? Oh, there goes Spike. It is Bull Buchanan. He, of course, a member of Right to Censor. And his tag team partner, Steven Richards, has long been eliminated. But here we go. We've got an interesting final group here. Boss Man and Shamrock, remember, part of the corporation. But then you got Morrison, you got Buchanan, and you got Kofi out there. So this is a final 5. That's why these Rumbles are random, because anything can happen, and, well, it usually does. Boss Man and oh, wait a minute. Is he going to eliminate his partner? Why wouldn't he? Yep, there he goes. Ken Shamrock, back to the octagon, sir. Boss Man takes out his own partner of the corporation, and now we're down to the final 4 here. Buchanan, Morrison, Kofi, and Boss Man. All have their partners have already been out, so this is all for one for all, and I'm not talking Robin Hood. Kingston trying to do some high flying, and he hits Buchanan with a huge DDT. Now he goes after Boss Man. I would think Buchanan's got to be the favorite out of these 4, yes? As Boss Man's going to take him over to the corner now and probably prove me wrong. Oop, nope, Kofi comes over to save. Not on purpose either, by the way. Boss Man with a couple of big elbows on him. As Morrison coming over. Now he's going after the Boss Man, and he'll flip him over. Kofi was going for a big punch or something there, and he missed it, but he no-sells. And he comes right back, and then he misses a flying heel kick. Sometimes sometimes this gameplay makes you go, man, if this actually happened in real life, the audience would die laughing. Boss Man going after Kofi. They just run into each other as Buchanan goes after Morrison. Morrison reverses it and plants him. Now Boss Man going after Kofi. This could be big trouble for Kofi Kingston. Nope, he gets out of it. Boss Man trying to take Kofi out. What is Morrison doing here? He's missed twice now on trying to hit Boss Man. There he finally gets him. Morrison and Boss Man link up here in the middle. Whoa, and a nice sling there as he sends Boss Man down. Kofi and Boss Man together as Buchanan and Morrison square off at the top. Boss Man, he was excited to tell everybody he knocked Kofi down until Morrison took him down. Now Buchanan goes over after. Oh, nope. Morrison reverses that again. Like I said, this is a very interesting Final 4. If you would have told me the competitors that were in and this is who we would have had for 4 left, I would have said, I don't think so. I don't think so. Here we are, though. Boss Man and Kingston. Buchanan and Morrison. Like I said, we have had some tremendous eliminations already today, and it always feels like they happen in a flurry. You know, we'll get 1 elimination. The next thing we know, we get 2, maybe 3. Oh, this could be trouble for Bull Buchanan. Nope, he gets out of it. There's an elbow and a punch to get out of that potential predicament. Now Kofi and Buchanan, nice. Nice move there by Kofi, and here is a suplex that takes Morrison down. And Boss Man with a big boot on Kofi. I still think Buchanan is your favorite here, but any one of these 4 could pull a victory out, and it wouldn't totally surprise me. Wouldn't totally surprise me as Morrison and Boss Man both stunned. Buchanan, could he be taking out Kofi? Yep. Kofi Kingston and New Day. Well, maybe another day, boys. It's not today. So there's your final 3. Whoa, Morrison says, hey, Bull, stop with the showboating. Is Boss Man going after Morrison right now? He picks up John. This could be trouble for Morrison. Snake Eyes as Buchanan goes after Boss Man. Couple of nice kicks there by Bull. Boss Man, that's what I would do too. I would just sit back and let them fight or go and get in the middle of the fray, either or. Morrison, nice little duck through there. Boss Man tried to come with a big boot and he missed. Buchanan says that was a mistake and he's going right after the Boss Man. Pick him up to the top rope here. He's got the power to send Boss Man out. If he can flip him over, we'll have our final 2. Can Boss Man fight out of this? Yes. Big punch there to Buchanan. And now Morrison with a DDT. Boss Man and Buchanan hooked up once again. Oh, we got a double team here. Look at this. Oh, nicely done. Now they're going to, yeah. I was going to say what always happens in this game is you'll get 2 guys that'll have a great double team on somebody, then they'll end up fighting each other. As I think John Morrison is about to get out of here. He's gone. All right, here we go. Our final 2. It is The Corporation versus Right to Censor. And here we go. I called it from, the Final Four. I still think Buchanan is your favorite to send Right to Censor to the final, but Boss Man could obviously change that quickly on me. As Boss Man and Buchanan tied up. Good tie-up right here, too. Boss Man sends Buchanan out. Wow, that was anticlimactic. How about that? There is your champion. It is the Boss Man, and he takes his partner, Ken Shamrock, to the final. So winner of episode number 5. I did not, again, this is why we do this random, and this is why we never quite know what we're going to see until we see it. The Boss Man, Ken Shamrock, head to the final, along with John Cena, and, well, he's got to find a partner to bring to the final. We also know the New Age Outlaws are in the final, the Public Enemy is in the final, and the Hardcore Chair Swingin' Freaks also into the final. That's today's episode. If you like what you saw, drop me a like, drop me a comment. I'll talk to you in the next one. What a Royal Rumble as episode 5. It's in our back pocket, and I will see you for episode number 6. So long. Thanks for watching.